Hey everybody, I finally made it on. Say hello as you hop on. I'm going to try to pull up live over here. And I know I didn't give any warning tonight when I was coming on, but things have been a little crazy. I don't see anybody yet. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. This is Tuesday, right? I finally made it on to do our candy corn cupcake. If you don't mind saying hi. Hey Peggy, how are you? How hot is it in Jacksonville? It is real hot here. I think it's supposed to be like, I don't even know, 103 tomorrow or something insane. I bet it's super hot there too. I'm sorry I didn't give any notice. My son has 3 friends over, and so I didn't know if I was going to get to come on because it was real loud in here a while ago. But they went to go swimming, I think, at our neighbor's house. So I'm like, I'm going to do this real quick while it's quiet in here. So I want to show you guys. I went ahead and made one so I could get my practice because I hadn't done one of these since last year. So this is what we're going to make tonight. It's a fake bake, a little candy corn flavored, like extreme cupcake. So I made all those embellishments. And this little cupcake, or actually it's a snack cup, I think, is really what it is from Hobby Lobby. So you can get those at Hobby Lobby. You can get them in all different colors too, back in the party section. But those came from the fall section. If you guys don't mind sprinkling, I would appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I don't want y'all to be bored. So what I did was, and I got this at Home Depot. It's the DAP brand. It rained. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Nell, how are you? Nell's in Florida too. But they did not have this in the big gallon. Hey, Linda, I miss you. I need to come visit. They did not have this in the big gallon size, which is what I normally buy because I use so much of it. But they had these smaller ones. So I got a couple of them because I wanted to try. This is the Patch and Paint lightweight spackling. And I had been using the DAP Fast and Final, but what I found was that it, after the first gallon I got, which was great, ever since then, every gallon of the DAP Fast and Final that I've gotten is really, really soft. So it's not going to hold its shape very well. So I've been super disappointed in that. There is a brand called Red Devil that you can get, and I get that on Amazon and use that, and that's a totally different consistency. But I heard some people buy this DAP Patch and Paint lightweight spackle, and so I found that at Home Depot. And I have to say I like it a lot better. The consistency is more like the first DAP Fast and Final that I ever got. So this is what it looks like in the container. But it is not near as soft as the DAP Fast and Final. So I like this much better for holding its shape. Oh, really, Peggy? Yeah, I think it's supposed to be super hot tomorrow. I haven't looked at the weather in a couple of days. So that was a couple of days ago what it said. And then next week we are supposed to cool off a little bit. So that will be nice. But it is ridiculously hot right now. And so humid. So when the second you walk outside, you just sweat. You don't have to do anything. You know that? I know, Nell. We do. We do need to get together for another live. Okay, so this is my little thing. I put the Gaps and Cracks spray foam stuff in my little cupcake containers. And to give them a little bit of weight, what I put in the bottom is just some of those like glass beads from the Dollar Tree. I put those in the bottom just to have a little bit of weight down here so it's not so top heavy. And then I put my spray foam in and just let it sit overnight. And just depending, some of them get bigger than others. This is, you know, it gets these little bumps on there. So if you want to use this as, and you're not going to cover it with a bunch of spackle, you can just take like a knife and trim this off, and even I think use sandpaper and smooth it down if you want. But we're going to be covering all of this with spackle and all of our embellishments. So if I was going to use this as a cupcake and just cover it with like a clay and wanted it smooth, I would have to smooth these little bumps down. Oh, really, Peggy? Yeah, it's that humidity lately, man. It has been, oh, it's not been fun around here. It has not been fun. So my embellishments I am going to use, I made all of these. So of course we have a little ice cream scoop. I used a lot of these. I used molds to make, and some I used cookie cutters. This was a cookie cutter, our little ice cream cone, and this is my macaron. And I just put I used clay to make that instead of spackle to make the little dollop on top with some sprinkles on it. Our little cookies, I made these. Good, Cynthia, how are you? How are you? Just some of these little candy ones. These were out of molds, and all of this is foam clay. My little pumpkin cookie, so it's in the candy corn colors. You could use either side of it. I made some little chocolate bars. This is a little marshmallow. I actually made these things out of polymer clay. So it's the kind of clay that you put in the oven and bake. This is a lot heavier than air dry foam clay though. But I needed a marshmallow because I didn't make enough marshmallows for some reason. And then I cut this in half because I don't need the whole thing, but these are the little wafer cookies. I made that using a mold as well. So you can do these in all different colors, whatever color scheme you want. Over here I have some in Halloween colors like the purple and green and orange. So I'm going to do something with that sometime soon. And then here's all my candy corn sprinkles. I got all of these from Play Code 3. And I have an affiliate link for them. If you guys ever want sprinkles, just give me a holler. And I can point you in the right direction. And then we are going to use some of this for like a drip. This is just the white tulip slick paint, and you can get this at Walmart or Hobby Lobby, Michael's, anywhere like that. So thank you guys for hopping on. If you don't mind sprinkling, that would be awesome. I do plan on doing a giveaway soon, so I'm not sure if I'm going to give away. It just depends. Probably I'll either give away a fake bake, or if the person who wins is a wreath maker, I'll give some ribbon or something. But hey Nancy, how are you doing? Okay, so I took my lightweight spackle and I mixed it with a little bit of white, just apple barrel white acrylic paint from Walmart. And I put it in my piping bag, and this is a 1M tip. So I hope that this is enough icing, or fake icing. Thank you so much for sprinkling. I hope this is enough to go around. If not, we're going to have to do some more real quick. But this is my second round. I did that one, and so my bag is super messy, so I'm going to get it all over my hands. But when you're doing this, you always want to have your baby wipes handy and some paper towels, something to wipe your hands off on. So, and then you also, with these cups, they have a seam. I always forget to pay attention to my seam. So try to help me remember when I start putting embellishments on to pay attention to the seam, or I know me, and I'll end up doing my front and have my seam showing. So, but what I'm going to do is on the bottom, like this one, I just made some swirls around it. So that's what we're going to try to do here. And we're going to start over here. So I just want to make sure I'm kind of going along this rim and covering that, the spray foam up. And the problem with this is also that it's going to have air bubbles in it because I used this once already. So it tends to get air bubbles in it the second time you put more spackling in it. But it's okay because like I said on this, we're going to be loading this up with all of those embellishments. So like this one dropped down a little. I'm just going to take that up. But so that's what the bottom, whoa, wrong way. That's what the bottom's going to look like. Have any of you guys, who all's done fake bakes before? I know a couple of you have, I think. Some people do amazing, amazing ones, like crazy good, insane ones. I have a feeling we're not going to have enough spackle, but I'm just going to try to cover this in. And I just want to make sure that the foam is not showing. Okay, we did. We covered that up. Have you guys wanted to? Have you watched anybody do them before? And see what I mean? I'm gonna have spackle all over my hands. It is kind of messy when you're working with the spackle, I have to say. And we might need just a little bit of this because I just sometimes have to put just little dollops here and there. So this is what it looks like before we put all of our embellishments on it. Linda, I should come up there and we should do a fake bake together. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, I don't think Nell wants to either. I don't think, she says she doesn't have enough patience for it. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put I keep going the wrong way. I'm gonna put my ice cream scoop and my little ice cream cone. I don't want to keep moving that just because I'm afraid I'm going to knock it off and just destroy it. You don't think so, Cynthia? You might be surprised. You might be surprised. Okay, so my little, I'm going to get my super glue. Me and super glue, we don't get along that well either, but once in a while I just have to use it. But I end up with it on my hands. Nell, yeah, aren't they cute? Oh man, you guys should check out some of the, like Crystal from Glitz and Glue. She does like crazy, amazing, big fake bakes that are just insane. KJ Decorates from Australia. She's hilarious and she does great ones too if you ever check her page out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to put this, I got to make sure where my front is. I'll find my seam here. My seam is back there. So I'm going to make a little hole. Just make sure you don't go through your clay all the way out to the other side. Let me tell you, I have messed some up, that's for sure. It takes practice. Well, for me anyway. So I'm sure some people just, don't have any problems, but. And then I'm going to put this down in here, but I think I'm going to cut that a little bit. And guys, I just use, for these small ones, I just use toothpicks. Oh, Cynthia, why did you do that? Why'd you give up on your wreath making, girl? Okay, so I want this kind of to go over here on this side. So I'm going to push down in there. So here's he's on that side, so our little ice cream cone is going to go over angled like this. This one you do have to be careful because obviously this one's not very thick, so you just kind of want to make sure you don't go out the front. So I just make a little hole and then put my super glue in. Teresa, this is candy corn, girl. Candy corn. I love candy corn. I need a bag of candy corn because I have not had one. I still haven't seen any yet this year. Oh, Cynthia, I understand. I understand. Hey, Marilyn. That's the same thing with me. That's why I just try my Etsy shop because no one around here, I don't hardly sell any locally. I feel like this needs to go down a little bit more, but that's okay. So I'm going to put this one kind of going this way. So there's those two. Teresa, do you? I do. I love it. You know what I miss? The candy corn M&Ms. Remember? Did anybody try those? And they did. I couldn't find those anywhere last year. I was sad. Those candy corn M&Ms were delicious. Okay, so we have that. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put my macaron or macaron. And he's going to go up here like this. So again, I'm just using a toothpick. You can also use skewers depending on how big your items are. Uh-oh, I hear boys. I think all those boys are coming back home. So there's my little macaron. I'm trying to read comments and I keep looking at the phone instead of right here. Oh, Cynthia. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry that you're missing out on the candy corn. Now, I like regular candy corn. Don't give me any of those candy corn ones with like the chocolate pieces in them or whatever they're supposed to be. I don't like them. I don't like it. I just want regular candy corn or the pumpkins. Okay, so let's see. Over here, we want to put our little pumpkin cookie. And I want him up. So I want him sitting up a little bit. So this is where I take some of this, and I'm probably going to end up having to get some more. And I make a little dollop right there. So he kind of sits up a little bit. You think? I do like the candy corn with the peanuts in it. I do like that too. I have a little mason jar and I have it filled with candy corn during the fall. And then I don't need that long really, so I'm gonna nip that off. And on this, I put some of the fine glitter on these. So I'm probably gonna have glitter all over me. And then I'm just gonna he's gonna go right there. Well, we always end up with those little mason jars for some reason. I have those. And so I fill them up with, candy most of the time, and they're on my desk, which is it's not a good idea for me when I'm trying to lose weight, but oh man, Cynthia, I haven't seen them. I didn't even see them yesterday. They might have had them and I just didn't pay attention because I try to get in and out of Walmart as fast as I can. So that might be the problem. They might have had them and I just didn't see them, which I guess is a good thing. Okay, so we're going to do a little candy bar, a little chocolate bar. Like I said, guys, I have tons of molds, so these are super easy to do with molds. And I don't wonder, I'll put just a little bitty dollop right there. I gotta be real careful with this one. I'm trying not to come through the front or the back. I did buy a pumpkin pie already the other night from Walmart. I love pumpkin pie and whipped cream too. I just try to get these as close to the same as possible, but you know how it is. You can never make everything exactly the same. See, my Walmart doesn't have any fall decorations out yet. No, guys, Linda, the clay is colored. You can have white clay and put paint in it, or you can take your white clay, let it dry, and then paint it. But I have a whole, one of those carts from Michael's with the 3 levels in it. I got one of those a little while back, so that's full of clay. And 2 shelves over here in this cube thing is full of clay bags. It's a lot of clay. And it's probably like nothing compared to what some other people's clay stashes is, but it's a little out of control for me, as usual. Okay, so my little cookie is gonna go over on the side, and I'm trying to think if I gotta get something over there. So because on this one I put my pumpkin cookie with the orange showing, I go the wrong way. I always go the wrong way. With the orange showing, on this one I'm gonna put the yellow right next to it so there's not so much orange right there together. So again, I'm just taking a piece of a toothpick. Teresa, I did not need another craft either. I didn't. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start making my own wreath signs. Since I have a Cricut, I'm like, I might as well just make some of my own wood signs, right? Because I want some to red and white stripe with the welcome and stuff on it. Like was in the picture the other day that I reposted from last year, and I was like, I can make that. I'm trying to decide. I'm not going to put anything else. I'm going to, I kind of think, it's got to go back here a little bit. Okay, so it's kind of back here a little bit. Now, you've got to get that thing out. I'm telling you, it's not as, once you do it a couple times, it's not as intimidating as you originally think. Believe me, because the one I got sat there for, I don't even know how long I had it before I used it. A long time. Yes, Nell, I made all of those. Now, you can make your own sprinkles with polymer clay, but I haven't done that. I haven't got that ambitious yet. I bought those. I was like, I bought the clay extruder to make my own sprinkles and still haven't done it because I'm like, that's a lot of work. I can just buy some. I bought a whole bunch from AliExpress, and they are on their way to me. I'll show you guys those whenever I get them. Okay, if I wasn't talking to you, this would already be done. Do you know that? It's really not as the most time-consuming part of fake bakes is making, if you want to make all your embellishments, is making them and letting them dry. You can put this together when they're not dry, but the foam clay is soft, so you're going to get fingerprints all over it. You're going to, your little things are going to be all out of shape because you're going to have to touch them and handle them. And so it's best to just let them dry. And then when they're dry, put your project together. Oh, really? Well, Teresa, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a shot. No, I know what you mean. I do. I like it when someone's there to show me too, but I watched a ton of YouTube videos. Okay, so I need a little sucker. This is a little lollipop, and I did buy this, and I think these came from either Play Code 3 or Annie's Treasures. I can't remember which one. But he's going to go back here. And I need another little dollop of my spackle. And I'm just going to tuck him in. So he's going to go, so you We want to try to do a little something to the back so it's not just plain. Oh no. Oh girl, I'm getting old. Okay, that's what I was thinking, Teresa. I was thinking that I would just use a spray on. It would be, to me, it'd just be so much easier. And I might give that job to my husband. So, he doesn't know that yet, but yeah. He might have another job. Okay, so on the front, I put a little marshmallow and I put one of these little candies. So, and I was messing with these and I did come out the front when I was doing this, so I really don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to put some super glue on the back, just a little dab of super glue, and just stick it right into my spackle. And like I said, these are a lot heavier, these polymer clay ones, but I don't have another marshmallow in a color made. For some reason, I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't make another marshmallow, except for a white one, and it's not really going to show. So I'm going to go ahead and use this polymer clay one. Yes, Teresa, I'm making two, so they'll both go in my Etsy shop. Thank you, Nell. So this is just going to go right up here. I guess I'll put a little bit of super glue on it, but I'm just going to tuck it down in here. And like I said, we're going to have our, our glitter. I forgot. Look at this glitter. This is my favorite glitter. Is that not the cutest? This was $2.99 at Michael's, and I got it last year. And I mean, it's the cutest little glitter you've ever seen. Love it. Okay, so on the back, what did I do? Let's see. I put one of these. I made a little candy, and in my mold, I went ahead and put some sprinkles in it and then put my clay in. So it has some sprinkles in there. So we're going to put one of those on the back. So I'm just putting it right over here. And then on this side right here is where I'm going to use my little wafer cookie that I cut in half. So I need another toothpick. It's amazing what you use for fake bakes, guys. You use stuff from the hardware store, toothpicks, skewers, you know, it's just crazy. Super glue, spackling, caulking it's crazy. Okay, so on this one, I think I'm gonna put the orange side. And I did cut these so you can kind of, the middle, you know, you can kind of tell, but I'll be using my little drip on that and sprinkles, so you really won't be able to see that much of that. So tell me what you guys are working on. I want to show you, I got to show you guys, I got a scarecrow head in that I had somebody make for me. I got to show you that. He's so cute. Okay. So there's our back. There's our front. And I even remembered our seam is in the back. What do I have this one out for? Did I use another one? Hang on. I gotta see. I didn't. Okay, so we can put that one up. We could tuck another one over here if we wanted, but I think there's not really tons of room left. Try to remember to put my lid, wipe my thing off and put my lid on my super glue. Thank you, Cynthia. Linda, yay! Linda, I loved that everyday wreath you did. That grapevine wreath, loved it. Loved it. Okay, so I am going to take my slick paint, and I use this for my drip sometimes too. They have a brown for a chocolate, and it works really well. So we are just going to, you're welcome. So I'm just going to take this and just do a drizzle. I don't really want it on my ice cream cone. I do want it on here. I gotta be really careful though, trying not to. You do not want to drop this because it will be destroyed, and then you will be very sad after you put all this work in. Yes, Nell, I hope so. What do you guys want to do next? I know I want to do a wreath because since I started my lives back up, I haven't even done a wreath, I don't think, on here. What kind do you think we should do? Oh, I'll show you my scarecrow. Maybe we'll do him. Put him on a wreath. He's adorable. Okay. So we have that. So I'm going to be making a mess. So I have this little tray that I got from Harbor Freight. It was like $2 or $3. Oh, and if you do start fake baking, just make sure your piping tips, anything you use from your kitchen, don't take back to your kitchen and actually use. Just keep it in your craft room. Yes, I will show you. I have a couple things. The scarecrow that she made me, and a little Milk for Santa shaker that I got from somebody to use on a fake bake. It's adorable. So what I'm going to do is make a mess here and just take my glitter and try to get some glitter onto that, our white slick paint. And what you can do, and sometimes I do, is I have my parchment paper or wax paper or whatever, sprinkle over there and fold your wax paper or parchment paper back up, put it back in your container so you're not wasting your glitter. But I did not do that tonight. And that's okay. Guys, this glitter doesn't even look like I've used it, and I've used this up quite a bit, and you can't even tell I've used anything out of it. Okay, so now we're going to go in with our sprinkles. I just love these sprinkles. And we're literally just going to, again, you're wanting them to stick to your paint, your slick paint that you put on there. And this tray is nice because you can put them back in your container. I mean, they are going other places too. I'm just not being careful enough, really. So let's see. And then when these are dry, I do take I don't think I have any of it in here, but I take the spray Mod Podge in either the gloss, or I got one that's like a super high shine, and I seal them with the that Mod Podge sealer. That's what I use. So there is our finished candy corn cupcake, extreme candy corn cupcake. What do you guys think? If you guys try something like this, any fake bake, I want to see it. So make sure you send me a picture. So we have those two. They look pretty, that one's taller. You can see that one's a little taller than that one. So they're kind of twins, but one's shorter. One is shorter.